Hello, everybody. We are going live. We're just running into a little technical difficulty, and we're going to be hanging out with you for a little while. My name is Ralph Renna. This is Capital Underground TV on Nippertown, and there's a bunch going on, man. And you saw what I had up on the screen here. It's why we're here. There's a big show going. Brick by Brick's going to be doing a tour kickoff party. We had Breathless by Dawn last week, and that Fuzzing Rock show is going to be having some bands as well. If you look down below here, you see below where I'm pointing down below the yellow, that's called a ticker. All right. So this Thursday, there's a live interview with Cutthroat. That's actually next Thursday. Excuse me, next Thursday. Sooner, though, this Friday, June 24th, there's a live interview with Concrete, and that's on Nippertown Facebook as well. And that Fuzzing Rock show, like, share, subscribe. So we're here for the July 8th show, Brick by Brick, Powerhouse, Cutthroat, Violent by Design, Concrete, Breathless by Dawn, and we are just waiting for Oakheart to sign in. So just give us a moment here and we're going to figure this out. All right, everybody. Welcome to Capital Underground TV. This is Ralph Renna. I'm here. We're trying to connect with the band Oakheart, and I think we just will have them coming on in just a few minutes. Again, the show is July 8th, and Capital Underground Radio just happened to be released today. It was a little late coming out, but check out Capital Underground Radio, the podcasts. And for anyone that was worried about us tonight, I don't want you to worry because Oakheart is here. And I
Hey,
We are.
all right,
Oh, we're cut out.
let's, let's see if we can get this.
there
Oh,
we
there we go.
that.
Cool.
Better.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we got Hayden, Quentin, Tristan, and Josh.
Yep.
You guys all got N at the end of your name. So first of all, that's amazing. This is the making, like this could be the making of a boy band, kind of.
It almost
If
was.
mosh pits if they evolved or existed. Thanks for coming in tonight. So I want to get into Oakheart. I remember, I don't know if I was actually playing an acoustic set in some bar in Mechanicville or Scaticoke, And then I think you were one of the bands coming on after a couple,
Yeah,
like it was
I
a
remember
weird
that.
mix of all these bands. So
Mhm.
that was my first experience. And then I heard some of your music and your videos. So tell us about the start. One of you guys can take the realm and tell us about the beginning of Oakheart.
Tristan, I feel like you should.
Yeah, well, I mean, we actually all kind of started me, Hayden, and Quentin. Me and Hayden are brothers, and then me,
Mhm.
Hayden, and Quentin all started playing music together at a pretty young age.
How
know,
young? How old were y'all?
Quentin, you were probably 8 or
Yeah, I think I
9
was
when we
8.
first met.
Yeah.
Yep. So me and Quentin are the same age. So I was about the same age. Hayden's 11. Josh, we met when we started this project because we actually initially started we were doing like a more deathcore based project to begin with called the Ceaseless.
Okay.
And then that we kind of just sort of phased out, and then we started doing more metalcore based stuff.
So what were the influences that pulled you into the metalcore? Were you guys all like big Kill Switch Engage fans, or what were the bands that were influencing you guys to change your style?
I guess we weren't actively like we're gonna change like the Ceaseless wasn't like we weren't like, oh, we're gonna evolve this into Oakheart. It just kind of stopped when Oakheart
Naturally
started.
happened there. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and
I heard some of like the demos that you guys had started up, and then I was totally for it.
as far as like influences, I mean, I always liked Kill Switch when I was
Right.
a kid. But
7.
I feel like for us, like I don't even know. It's not necessarily even like we were like, oh, we want to be a metalcore band. This was just like music that we wanted to write and that we wrote, and that's how it ended up sounding.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just threw that out there. It wasn't a dig or anything like that.
No, not at all. I didn't take that. But the only one band I would say is Counterparts. That was like a big
Yep.
band at the start for us. I feel like, at least for me and our ex guitar player Aaron, we both loved that band. So we kind of that was like a basis.
Okay, cool. So, everybody that's out there watching now, please, if you could just take the video and go to the Nippertown Facebook and just share it. And you guys got your phones in your hands, you can maybe do that too, and we can bring more people in.
Yeah,
We have about 8, 9 people popping in and out right now. We can get some questions going in the chat for Oakheart if you want to. I went ahead and, took the liberty myself just to go ahead and pull up some of your social media now. You guys got to have an active Instagram page.
yes, we do.
Is this correct? Do you see what's
Yes,
popping up down the bottom of the screen right
That
there?
is correct.
How about your official
Yep.
website? That seemed pretty up to date, and you had a current video up on that too, and that's oakheartband.com.
Yes. Yep.
Good. That's good that all your social networking is up there. Now, you guys just put a video out not too long ago, and it just was the way it looks to me. You put out like a 10-song CD a few years back, and now you just put out a couple singles. So what's going on with that?
So yeah, we put out the record Cold State at the end of 2018. And then we did kind of wrote out 2019 off of that. Did the thing, played some shows.
Right.
2020, obviously, everyone knows what happened with that.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We put out 2 singles that year, Apparition and Mind Trap. And those were kind of just like something to keep us busy. And then this first single, Beggar, is kind of like, I feel like it's almost like a new beginning for Oakheart almost.
Yeah. I just checking out the video a little while ago. If you go to their Facebook page, Oakheart, New York, I think you guys have it pinned to the top of the page.
Yep.
There's a video there for Beggar, and that was the most current single. You want to tell us about the tune a little bit? I know for me, when I was in a hardcore metal band, I wrote about everything that pissed me off. Everything that pissed me off or I saw was fucked up. I would just kind of put it in my own words, and I'd start with a poem, and then hopefully the band had the music when I got to practice. How does it go for you guys?
I usually wait till the song is done to write the lyrics.
Yep.
But as far as like lyrical content for this song, it's actually pretty close to what you're saying. Like, it's just about people who just continually like take from you and don't really ever give anything in return.
Right.
that's basically the idea behind the song.
Right.
And yeah, I guess Tristan started writing that one.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we always kind of start like instrumentally in the writing process. At least
Yep.
we kind of. I like to, a lot of the time I'll like hum out or just kind of like make random noises into my phone and like take a quick video of like an idea that I have, just so I don't forget it. And then when I get a chance, I'll like try to roughly put
Right.
it out on the
I'm
computer.
laughing at you because I got pulled over a couple years ago because I had my phone in my hand
Yeah.
and I had it on the voice recorder. I'm going dun, 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 whatever the fuck I was thinking. I didn't want to forget the riff, and I wanted to go home and pick up the guitar and figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Or you get a lyric or something. But thank God for cell phones. But yeah, he was laughing.
Yeah,
At me 'cause he's
seriously.
like, I heard you singing when you drove by, and you're holding your phone up in the air. Who were you talking to? I said I was just I had a guitar part. And knows
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
yeah,
like-
tell it to the judge.
He's like, get the fuck out. Put your fucking phone down. Get the fuck out of here. And please,
Yeah.
I hope the song works out well. So I got off actually. So it worked. So you guys are all from the Glens Falls area?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So when you were growing up, was there local bands that you were going to see and that you were, were definitely a big influence on you than maybe some of the bigger names I mentioned earlier?
Yeah. I mean, I said Josh.
Yeah. Well, when I was like younger, there's a band Cito that was really big around here.
Tom
and
Case, yeah, Camel Toe.
Yeah.
Recon.
Yeah, and then
Absolutely.
once I got a little bit older, Recon and Gaining Ground and Ghost Hunt and
I was going to name those three
American
bands.
Me.
I was going to name those three bands because I used to
Israel
play with them
Bell,
all the time. Right.
They're a like Recon sick. We got to play a show with them.
Yeah,
Honestly.
well, Paul the drummer is my cousin, so I got dragged out to those shows, and then I'm like, I love this. You know,
Right.
I never really got to see anything like that. Like I've been into heavier music, but I've never, got to see that kind of energy at a show before, and like mosh pits and stuff like that. And then
Right.
since that point, I kind of fell in love with it.
That's
Josh
cool.
was a little older than us, so he kind of got to experience those bands in their prime.
Right.
Yeah,
So what year did you actually form?
2016.
Okay. And you guys have been friends before that? You all knew each other, or was it more of like
Well, we met Josh through our ex-member, but
So 2016.
But yeah.
They've known each other forever. They had a band before.
yeah, we like we said, we all played together, so we've pretty much known each other our whole lives. But Josh, now he's our best friend.
oh, best friends. That's awesome. No, that's cool. So this is the original lineup of Oakheart?
Pretty much, except we had one guitar player who now plays in a band called Violence out of Glens Falls. They're playing Empire Live, I think, in August. So check them out.
I saw the name. Name. I mean, I don't want to rain on or shit on their parade, but there was a big band called Violence
Oh, was there?
in the 90s. Yeah. And I believe the guys went to Machine Head eventually.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah. But I see that too. Like there's the Cutthroats playing the show with you guys, and there was a Cutthroat from around here, but they have the Cut Dash Throat, and they're from Cali.
Yeah.
And they fucking pound. They're really good, man. I want to bounce back to this lineup. So, and this is the reason we're here because Nippertown.com is presenting the and media sponsor for the Brick by Brick tour. So that's why we're getting all you guys in here and wanted, that's why I've been emailing you. Go, come on, dude, June 21st. Now, Violent by Design, we're going to have them on hopefully next week. And then, of course, that Fuzzing Rock show is having the other bands on too. Capital Underground is on Nippertown.com right now. Please share this video if you have any comments. I'm going to go check some comments because usually it's good. It's your wise ass friends or your family who's going to just chime in. So let's just jump back now and see what we got here.
Yeah, I shared it, I think. We shared it on the page.
Okay. And I'm just seeing, for some reason, I'm seeing a chat from last week pop up. Look at that. Wow. I'm learning how to use this as we're going along too.
There you go.
So is Beggar going to be part of like a new CD coming out for you guys? I see a lot of bands, no matter the genre, they're dropping singles and singles and singles and singles, and no one's putting out a full-length CD. I would like that full package, that full
Yeah.
CD. I want to listen to it. I don't want it to be over with in 3 minutes. I want a half hour. What's 72 minutes worth of music?
Yeah.
You know. So what is the plan for you guys, and what's going to happen with that Beggar track?
Beggar honestly is probably going to be a single. And then we have one more song that we're just going to be releasing as another standalone single. And then we have an EP that we'll be releasing hopefully toward the end of this year. With all new music on it.
Yep.
And then hopefully an album after that. But we're recording for the EP right now.
Now, what do? You guys are just like a self-produced band? Do you have a studio you go to go record this stuff? What do you do when it comes time to go record?
We record everything ourselves, like tracking wise. Beggar was mixed and mastered by Randy Pasquarella. He's out of I believe the Hudson Valley area.
Right.
Yep.
So easy today because you guys can just get solid tracks and then just email or Dropbox or whatever, and so that's what you've been doing. Any tentative titles for this new banger that's coming out from Oakheart, or do you have a set date when you guys might be putting out something new?
Well, we have a new song that's going to be coming out soon, probably next month. We've played it live a bunch of times. It's called Cycle of Regret. I'll just say it because we have a bunch of shirts that say it.
I think it says it on Josh's shirt.
Yeah. So that.
Oh, you're that guy. You're that guy in the band who wears your band shirt. Okay, that guy. Everybody point at him right now. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. That's Josh we're pointing at. Right, sorry, Josh. Sorry. So yeah, playing this show with Brick by Brick, this is a pretty cool thing. But also, I was checking out your schedule. You guys get on the road a little bit. You do a little Weekend Warrior stuff. What else do you have coming up besides July 8th?
So the first weekend in July, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we're playing. We got Brooklyn, Woodbridge, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. So we're doing a little weekend thing the week before this show.
And how are you doing that? I mean, this is still the same it was back in 1995. You're hooking up with other bands in other towns and just bringing each other back and forth. Is that how it's happening? So the hardcore scene and the metal scene. Yeah. So what bands did you hook up with?
So for this one, we're going with our friends called Glass Crown. They're out of Poughkeepsie area.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, we have a pretty good network of bands and friends now that we've been able to link up with, on the East Coast. So it's cool.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad to see that it's, even with the internet, it's probably easier to reach somebody when I would have to leave a phone, a voicemail on their phone, or I have to catch them at a show in Northampton, Mass or something. And just, hopefully, because we would pen pal. I'm that old. We would pen pal back in the day with the punk rock scene. So yeah, it's a lot easier these days. Now, how do you feel about the whole internet thing? I see you guys are on Spotify. Will you press physical CDs? Do people still listen to CDs? Do I know what the fuck I'm talking about? I mean, you guys are probably a generation behind me. I'm probably a generation ahead of you guys.
I love CDs. I love CDs still.
Do you still collect them?
To an album front to back. He loves vinyl too. He's got a huge vinyl collection.
And you notice a big difference with the vinyl and the CD, because they said the CD was the best sound ever, and then
I mean,
everybody went back to vinyl.
Vinyl, probably it. I don't know. It's just a cool experience altogether, I guess.
Right.
It's more popular now again than CDs are.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge CD guy, but I just leased a new car last year. No CD.
That's the worst.
I can't even put in a CD.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Well, there goes my CDs from my car, and that's when I usually listen to them. So now it's now I'm at home and I'm listening to Spotify instead of CD.
Right. Me too, man. I'm doing the same thing. So what's the general age for everybody here in the band? How old is everybody?
It's an average 25. Or 26. I'm 24. Hayden's 26. Josh 29, and Josh is Quentin's 23.
So no offense again, but you guys are fucking 25 years younger than me. You are of the video game generation. I want to talk about something else besides the show,
That's
and
cool.
besides Oakheart. So, are you guys like video game junkies? Do you guys still play? Are you of that? Because I have some shit I want to talk about with this, and I figure you're the perfect people to talk about. Okay.
I would say none of us are like video game junkies. I probably play the most video games out of all.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I'd say we all play like we probably play games almost every day. We're not like diehard gamers, but
I
Right.
go through cycles where I'll be playing it for like every day for like a month or two, and then I'll take a couple months off, and then I'll get back into it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, like it's kind of back and forth for me.
I don't really play anything actually.
Oh, well, ignore.
I'll go over and hang out with like people, like, and I'll like
Right.
stretch some games for a couple minutes. But
He's an extrovert. We're all.
So you all pretty much have played video games, and you still do a little bit, but I don't think you guys are the extremist video game players. And what I'm referring to is, and this fucking blew my mind because I was watching some metal videos, and then boom, YouTube sometimes just picks out what you think you might want to watch. And I'm watching it, and it's about video gamers who take their games so seriously that they fake a phone call to the police and send the SWAT team to the other guy's house so he loses the fucking game. Right. Right. They call it swatting. Is there swatting going on in Glens Falls? I think right. I just want to know, is there swatting going on in Albany and Troy? I mean, I live just outside Troy in Troy country here in Wynenskill and Averill Park, but man, that blew my mind.
That's
crazy.
Swatting.
I've seen there's literally videos of like guys will be like live streaming and cops will kick in their doors.
How do they figure out like their
I
address
feel
and
like
everything
that's
unless
who
they're
it's
hacking?
it's happening mainly to
Okay,
those people who kind of like people know kind of how to figure out maybe where they are. People who kind of have a following, they can kind of catch the moment or whatever. And it's kind of random because usually online you're
fucking
playing
great.
with random people.
So do you guys like in sometimes there's rivalry with bands. There was when I was playing, there was always not rivalry. We were all friends. But sometimes we'd prank each other.
Yeah.
But what if you were playing against like your ex band members band or something? Would you actually call the fucking SWAT team to send them to the other club because they're playing the same night as you to shut their fucking show down? That would be sick.
Yeah. That would be a good prank.
Right. And then we can make a video game about it.
It would be a good prank unless somebody got arrested out of it, then we'd feel horrible.
Yeah.
Right. Holy shit. My dog heard me. She's downstairs. I don't want to get too far off track. I see your name pop up a lot on the Black and Blue production shows. I see.
Yeah, we love Mike and we appreciate him.
Yeah, and I see you playing with Brick by Brick a few times. So, any fond memories, memories of shows with Brick by Brick, or
I got one.
Yeah,
you got one. Go, give it, spill it.
Yeah, I think it was our first time playing.
Yeah, we played with them at our local venue here in Glens Falls.
It doesn't even exist anymore. They leveled the building, but it was
What
on my
was
birthday.
that?
It was the
Daily Double
in Glens Falls.
Okay.
it was next
If
to
you
Hot
haven't
Shots.
heard of it, then it's probably a good thing.
Well, I remember with Last Call, I played at some huge roller skating arcade kind of thing up there, Fun Time or
That was Fun Spot.
yeah.
Fun Spot. That was it. Yeah, Last Call, Recon, and a bunch of other bands played there. That was cool. There was like 13 people, but we still had a blast.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, at the Daily Double, it was my birthday, and Mike heard about it, and he's like, "Well, send him back here." And they hand me a solo cup full of Jack, just straight Jack, and he's like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "Thanks, man." And I sip it, and he's like, "No, you got to chug the whole thing." And I'm like, "All right." So then I start.
People got to stand up to Mike Valeni when it comes to fucking Jack Daniels, man.
And I'm sitting there like gagging.
Yeah, I puked on his shoes many times.
I did get it down. I gagged about 15 times, and they were all laughing at me.
Was
and
it?
recorded it, I think.
Were you intimidated? Because he's like, "No, you got to chug the whole fucking thing."
Yeah, and I'm like,
it was exactly that was it, right? That's Mike. No, and he looks at you all serious until he starts laughing, right?
We got something for Mike too. Well, something he might appreciate.
Jack Daniels.
The Jack on deck, but we got the Jack Daniels.
The hardcore series,
there.
right? Oh boy,
a little collection.
Yeah.
So we're in my dad's shop right now,
So your dad's a Jack Daniels guy.
My dad is a big Jack Daniels.
All right,
guy,
cool. All right. But Mike Valenti definitely had a bad influence on you, and that's what I'm fucking getting to. It's all right though.
Yeah.
And he's just reason he's like, all right, these guys can drink.
Now I had to learn how to drink Jack straight, like a whole cup of it, and
right.
So thanks to Mike for that.
Okay, so now I'm starting to see Mike. What he does is he says, okay, if they don't slam the whole glass, they're not playing with brick by brick.
Yeah,
So he must have like
I
a
think they were a
test.
little bit surprised at the end that I was still able to play the whole show. They're like, "Hey, this still did pretty good."
Yeah.
Right.
They recruited the right member for that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely. Thank God it wasn't you
I would
guys.
have been done.
Yeah,
Done.
we would have been fucked for sure.
One thing that I've been working on is talking to other radio guys and media people and trying to connect the dots a little bit. Like, what could Capital Underground or Capital Underground on Nippertown do for people, local bands? And what I think bands need help with is setting up tours and connecting the dots, and meaning, okay, you're going to release a single, but we got to take it kind of old school, man. The way it used to go is when I was a radio guy, I would get the band's single in my hand, Nirvana, Nevermind, whatever it was, the brand new Slayer, Biohazard, whatever was coming out, Hatebreed. But you get it, and all the radio stations would get it. So I think everything's, you could send a digital download to an email to a guy in a radio. But I was thinking, if you just kind of line up say you put out Beggar, and we send Beggar to 30 stations across the United States, they start playing it. Yeah. Or in internet radio stations locally based, like Nippertown Radio on nippertown.com. So my thing is once you start getting played, then you can go, okay, well, they want to go, they're on, hey, guess what? Oakheart's on tour. We want to bring them to town. So that's kind of a plan I've been working on lately. Yeah. So if you guys think it's a cool idea, I'm not going to make you drink any fucking Jack Daniels, eat edibles, or do any of that shit. I'm not going to make you do any of it. That's Mike.
It's too late now. Now I just do it anyway. But.
Right.
No, yeah, sounds like definitely a good plan for sure.
So you guys do drink, you have a little nip once in a while, and smoking pot is drugs like not a thing for you these days. Now, because weed's medicine, we all know that now. So okay. I mean, because it's legal in New York State. But yeah, definitely Jack Daniels will hurt you.
Yeah,
I mean, more than Mike Valenti. But he may hurt you with Jack Daniels. So
there you go.
July 8th is his show. We've been talking about it a lot. That Fuzzing Rock show has Concrete. Let's talk about the bands that are playing, because that's like a killer lineup when you got Cutthroat, Powerhouse, Brick by Brick, and then you got 4 stacked local bands. Concrete, Final by Design. You want to throw some love out to them, or any thoughts about those bands?
Before as well. Yep, both awesome bands.
Yeah. Any other shows going on besides July 8th? On Empire Underground? Are you guys going to be playing anywhere else? Do we hit that already, or did I get lost on the Jack Daniels?
We hit a couple dates before the Empire Underground show. We're also going to be playing Poughkeepsie at the end of this month, at the end of July on the 30th.
Chance.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And are you playing with any cool bands over there?
That one is Secret Keeper and Ghost Chant. Ghost Chant's another New York Hudson Valley band who's good friends of ours, really good band.
That name's been popping up a lot. Now, all those shows will be listed on oakheartband.com, and of course on your Instagram, and we got you on Spotify. I was just trying to pull that up, but back to the website. So what else, man? What else is going on? So you guys survived the Jack Daniels test by Mike Valenti. None of you are video game swatters. No. You all seem like you got level heads. Tell us about what it's like where you guys grew up. Did you feel like Glens Falls? Because for me, we had Troy, Albany, and then like Glens Falls. We all had all these hardcore scenes all over the place in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. And by the time the 2000s hit, they were all just one. Yeah. And that was it, as far as because it could be 100-mile radius. Mm-hmm. How is it today, though? Because I'm not out at as many shows anymore.
Reboot it.
Yeah, I think today, like I've started booking some shows up here in our area. Actually, right down the street from the Fun Spot at another go-kart place called Adventure Racing. They used to do shows.
That's the thing at Glens Falls. They'll have, hey, we're having a hardcore show at a hardware store.
Exactly.
Go get a hammer. What the fuck? It's just a Glens Falls thing. Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead.
It's cool though. I mean, right now I'm kind of out of a venue because it's their peak season in the summertime. They have kids there and stuff. So, but once that's all, after summer, hopefully we can get back to it. But
so like myself and like Mike Valenti, you're one of those guys in Glens Falls that's in a hardcore band, and you're booking shows too.
Yeah, I try to. Like, I'm not.
That's
I'm
cool.
not, obviously not like on like Mike's level doing it like he does, but I like to do a couple shows a year.
Hey man, no matter what level Mike's on or I'm on or you're on, no matter our age, we're all still DIY. We're still
Exactly.
we still, and Michael admitted too, we still don't know what the fuck we're doing, but you learn with each show.
Yeah,
and
right.
Mike of anything, coming from us just being in bands and booking our own shows and then working together at the Hudson Duster, Mike took it from the Hudson Duster and then into Bogies and then went, okay. And you perfect it and you just make it better until now you're an Empire Live, and everything from what I've seen being there a few times, everything just runs smooth.
It's perfect.
It runs smooth, the security, all of it. Everybody who works there wants to be there at these shows, and usually don't see a miserable face in the room. So is this your first time playing at Empire Underground?
No, we've played there one other time back in November.
Okay. How was the experience there with the new club?
It was great.
We
Awesome.
loved it,
It was one of our favorite shows we've played.
Yeah.
And
What are
we've
some
also-
memories? Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is that Josh on the end?
That's
Oh,
Quentin.
Quentin, I'm
We've
sorry.
all been kind of checking out some of the concerts down there too, because they've been having like a lot of really good acts coming through. So it's been really cool how they moved it from Clifton Park down there, because it seems like they're doing more than ever now. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I see that too. I was out Thursday a couple weeks ago, and it was Pride Night at Alive at 5, and State Champs were playing, and Nippertown was there, so I was hanging out there. So I go from Pride Night to Empire Live for Cradle of Filth.
There you go.
I didn't make it that long, but I'm like, wow, I'm bouncing the genres all over the place here.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't. I stuck around. I saw Malefic, excuse me. I saw Malfaric. So yeah, I should start a band called Malfaric. You think Malefic would be pissed off? No. So it was a good time seeing old friends. But yeah, it's a great place because they go into the underground, and it reminds me of QE2, Bogies, Saratoga Winters, Northern Lights.
Yes.
And the Northern Lights is upstairs, kind of. It's amazing what they did with that. Anything you guys want to plug before we kind of shine all out of here? Because I
just want to shout out a couple other Albany bands that we're friends with.
Do it.
Awesome. Downswing. Shout out Downswing.
Absolutely. Out on tour right now, right?
Yes. I think they just finished up, but they're killing it. Obviously, we love them.
I talked to Anthony. We're going to have them on the show. I think they need to do something like this so we get face to face and bust some balls.
Great. Beast, Adhara. Who else? What other Albany bands?
We got
so Beast, where's Beast from? I like that band name. I saw that on a flyer the other day. I was like, never heard of band. I had a band I played with. They were called Beast God, but no Beast. That's Beast. That's a really good band name.
But they're originally from the Johnstown area, but now their members are in all different states.
Johnstown, that's another scene that I would play in a lot and still has grown pretty big. Johnstown and Amsterdam, there's a really good.
We played a couple years ago. We played this place called the Upper Deck in Gloversville. I guess
that was it. That's where I got my start too. So you guys, is that place still going?
I don't know. That was 2018. We played
one
there.
of the first places I ever played back when I was 17.
Really?
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say we used to have a lot of venues kind of more up here too in Glens Falls, and COVID and even the years before that kind of took them out. So we used to play a lot around here and stuff, but it kind of dwelled down over the years. Now we only have a couple venues we can play.
So we're trying to bring that back.
Yeah.
What about Troy? Do you guys ever play at Troy? I noticed there's they've been having punk and avant-garde hardcore shows at a place called No Fun. So maybe you want to look into that. And Super Dark Collective, they do a lot of stuff down there at Rare Form too. There's some cool spots.
I've seen a couple like DIY venues popping up in the Albany area. Like there's this place called like I don't know, I can't even remember. It was like the laundromat or something, the laundromat. But I'd never been there, but I followed them on Instagram. They're like this tiny little. It might have even been like a college venue type thing.
Right. Okay.
But there's a couple of little DIY venues popping up that I think we love some tiny packed in shows like that.
Yeah.
They're the best, man. They're the best when it comes for punk and hardcore, especially metal too.
Most intimate, for sure.
Yeah, the smaller the room, the bigger the pit, right?
Yeah,
That's the way it was when I was a kid. We used to go, and we would go down by the river, the Hudson River in Troy, and like, where the fuck we're going to Studio K? I'm like, what the fuck is Studio K? And it basically was just this dude like, come on, hurry up, come on, hurry up, shut the door, shut the door. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh man, I work in the building upstairs and I found this spot and I'm having the show in the cellar. I'm like, no one knows we're here. He's like, no. I'm like, aren't they gonna know? Well, he goes, no, if we shut the door, they won't hear anything because it was like soundproof.
yeah.
So you got 40 kids on a Friday night drunk in this basement with like cool bands bands would come up from New York City and Washington, DC and play this basement. So
No way.
I'm seeing the basement shows still happening. Have you guys ever done any like house shows where the houses got wrecked?
Nothing
Not
crazy like
not
that.
really wrecked.
We've played like a garage show. We've played
Yeah.
a basement show, and they're always fun. But yeah, nothing ever really got too destroyed.
Good. No, I'm not like trying to start trouble and shit. I'm trying to get a funny story out of you, but I just remember shit getting wrecked all the time or fights breaking out. But
I
it's
fell
not like
flat
that
on my
anymore.
back in the basement of that basement
You
show.
did.
Yeah, he did fall into my drums. That was
What
pretty
happened? He fell on the drums?
Yeah,
You sure
there,
did.
there was
Was it
cords.
Jack Daniels? You guys don't seem like the
No,
guys.
I
You
was
guys-
trying to do a kick, and there was cords under my right foot, and I just went boom right on my back, and
Yep.
he like
Those-
ran over to save the
Those
day,
stage
and-
moves will kill you.
Let me finish
Yes.
the riff.
Yeah, stage move gone wrong.
Yes, horribly
sure.
wrong, horribly wrong.
What have you noticed? I mean, we'll speak of your generation of bands. What have you noticed has changed in hardcore and metal? Do you think it's still kind of the same as it was then? I mean, when you first began, have you noticed things you like, you don't like? I mean, what is the scene like for you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I think we're pretty like we're always very like, you know. I don't know how to answer that, I guess. Like
I mean, I guess one thing I'll say is I feel like, from when we started, it was kind of already into the phase of a lot of things are digital now and everyone's really just trying to, climb for clout on social media.
it's not even clout. It's not, but it's just like that's like the biggest thing now. Is
Yeah,
like
I know what you're saying.
Numbers and right. And
Right. They're fake.
which
Some of
is
them are
fine.
fake though. It's not real. It's
not as much about like just going out and playing shows, And
no.
I feel like there's higher
but-
standards.
And so
now.
I would just want to like cover my bases. I'm young saying this. I obviously came up in like the digital era,
Right.
but like, bands before us like grind and play shows and that's how they build themselves. And now it's like, you got to establish yourself online.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's what they say now. It's like before record labels used to say, well, how many demos do you sell? Well, we sold 1,000. Well, that's good. You go on the road. Yeah, we do some weekends. Oh, that's good. That's good. You do tour.
Yep.
Great. Right now it's like, how many spins do you have on Spotify?
Yeah.
And how many viewers do you have? How many likes do you have? And it is a whole different world. All right. So I thought I was a little confused here. I definitely have some comments and I was seeing Breathless by Dawn chiming in. And I saw some people. So here's what we got. So Chris Manupella these are comments from earlier in the show. I just want you to see them. There's Jim Workman. Everybody knows Jim. Yep. And let's see. So I just want to make sure you guys see the people who are out there. I thought because Breathless by Dawn was popping up, I was looking at old comments, but it was these guys.
No,
actually,
it's
actually them.
Yeah.
Checking you out.
Stoked to play with you guys.
Definitely.
Yep. Here's some more comments. Looking forward to sharing the stage. Something about a barbecue. Oh, well, these guys say they support
their acronym or whatever.
BBD. Yeah.
But if they want a barbecue, we'd love to barbecue.
We'll bring
as
the
well.
mini charcoal. Let's go.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we had those guys on last week, and like I said, I'm waiting to hear back from Chris Sober, who from Violent by Design, to let me know when we're going to be doing it next week. And then, like I said, coming up this week, Concrete will be on with That Fuzzing Rock Show, 7 p.m. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us, and
Thank you for
stick
having
around
me.
before when we sign off, so we can talk a little shit off the
Definitely.
scenes, like because we said what we wanted here. I'm really disappointed in Oakheart though, because I thought someone would be a swatter.
We can't give ourselves up that easily.
No, you can't. So definitely, if you want to know what is going on with the band, you could just go to is it oakheartband.com, right? I had it pulled up here. Okay, and everything will be there. You guys are active on your Instagram. You are active. And here is the show.
Hell yeah.
Here is the show. All right, guys. We'll see you later. And this is
dive.
Yeah,
Stage dive.
Yeah. Is that what you
Come
want?
stage. We want, yes,
Please.
that's what we want.
Please.
So you're calling out stage divers for July 8th?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get your friends.
Okay.
Definitely.
What is your favorite type of stage dive? Now there's the
Wow.
backflip. There's the I'm gonna just swan dive into the
That's
crowd and
probably my
hopefully.
favorite.
And now, how many
That's usually
times
my
have you?
go-to.
How many times have you guys been on stage playing, trying to be serious, trying to keep the sweat out of your eyes, so you're making the right chords and singing the right lyrics and hitting the right skins, and someone busts their fucking ass jumping off that stage? Have you ever seen that? Is that happen to you guys?
I feel like more of the time it's someone getting hurt in like the pit or something.
Or somebody just falling.
Yeah,
in the pit
or-
when they're trying to.
Yeah,
do
but we've
something.
definitely seen someone bust their ass falling off the stage as well. It's, hopefully no one gets too hurt. We try.
That's when you do the spin move so they can't see you smile. You know,
All right. Thanks. We'll see you guys at the show. Thanks for taking out the time. Sorry for the rough intro. I don't know if I was sending them the wrong link or if it was just a bad connection, but we got it all set. Please share the video and check in with That Fuzzin' Rock Show, nippertown.com. And of course, July 8th for Empire Live and Oakheart and many, many other great bands. We're going to leave you with this, and then we're going to say this, and we're